going on? I'm Melvin.
And I'm Emily.
And after 2.5 years of working on the bus, it's finally finished. So this is our official bus tour. So first things first, the bus. The bus itself is a Chevy 3500 6-window schoolie with a wheelchair accessible door. This is a 6.0 liter V8 gas, which we wish it was diesel, but this is what we got and it's working very, very well. The first thing that we're gonna talk about is the outside. And this first thing right here, it is our outdoor table. It's made with 3 2x6s, cedar wood, and it's coated with a natural sealant that pulls out the real colors. And the way how this thing closes is the latches under have a little button that you press on both sides. Put it in, and that's it. The way I close this is I put these little D-ring loops, and I use this, I don't know what tie this is, but it's kind of like a bungee tie, I think. And then it kind of just clips on like that. And then I kind of just bring this thing around, bring that around, and boom. I know it doesn't look good, but honestly, we've driven all throughout California, all throughout Oregon, and this thing hasn't swung open. The next thing I want to talk about is our underbody storage. We got this for really cheap. It was $80, and we bought it the day we were supposed to leave. And it took me like 4 hours to put together. This is honestly, I believe, an essential if you're gonna build a rig to keep all the nasty stuff out. Our hoses and all that stuff is in there, so I don't wanna show you guys. This is the thing that I really wanna talk about. Every single person that we've seen said that they love the door. So this door is made with the same wood that we use here, which is cedar, and it's also coated with the same sealant. And this door took me 5 days to make, and I thought I was gonna make it in 2. I was working on it until like 3 a.m. But honestly, I love how it looks. Come low here with me. Bang. All right, so the tires that we got, no, they're not BF Goodrich, and no, they're not Cooper tires. These are Nokian Outpost 8T. And the reason why I got this is because we got a really good deal on Simple Tire, and I looked up the company itself because I've never heard of this company before, and they're actually based out in Europe. So far it's good, and I can't recommend these tires enough. All right, so these headlights, I actually got these off of Amazon. I was searching around, and I think I saw it on someone's YouTube, but these headlights are dope. The one thing that I don't like about these is that their high beams aren't that high. They're still kind of low-ish. But that's okay, because we do plan on adding some spotlights in the front and some fog lights because this bus doesn't have anything. We have a total of 3 window deletes on this bus, and 2 of them are on this side, which is our restroom. And then I ended up adding a RV window. And down here at the bottom, we have our gray water tank, which I believe is 20 gallons or 25. I'm not 100% sure. This has been serving us well, and it's been really easy to empty. Okay, so this is our Fugatti propane water heater that we've used only testing once, and I'll explain why in a minute. But when we used it, it heated up the water very well. And this right here is our water fill, which we have both gravity fill and city water line fill. And honestly, that's just about it for this. And this right here is our 30 amp shore power. Super easy, plug it in, call it a day, charge your batteries. So let's move on. If you guys come down here low with me, you guys see this right here? This is a propane fill. So what it does is I can mount my propane water tank under, and then it has 6 feet of extra hose that I can honestly put anywhere. And so whoever's gonna fill my propane, they don't have to crawl under and then, you know, do it under there. They could just fill it from right here. And this is also the reason why we haven't used our propane water heater. Our propane tank has a leak. We bought it off of someone, off of OfferUp. Told me there was no leak, and when we filled it up, we ended up smelling propane. And this right here is our super janky ladder that is super sketchy to get up on. I don't know how it's still holding up, but it's still holding up. We do plan on changing this, and the reason why we do have this ladder is because we have a roof deck on top. All these lights right here are changed to LED, and I haven't seen another bus do this where they also added LED lights up top. So having all these lights, we just wanted to make sure that people can see us when we stop. This piece right here is our external light for if we have to grab something in here, or we're working somewhere here, or if we're at a campsite and we just need an extra light, then we could turn this little light bar on, and then we have light. Also, I forgot to tell you guys what our solar was. We have 290 watt solar panels up top, and it's going into two 200 amp hour batteries. And we also have a 3000 watt inverter charger. And I just installed my alternator charger too, so that's been working out well. And we got the whole system from AM Solar, which honestly, if I were gonna buy my solar from someone that's brand new and that has no clue about solar, I would go to them because they literally give you everything down to the screw. Anyways, here's Emily.
So for the door trim, we just did standard door trim and added a seal so it doesn't make a lot of noise when we're driving. We added some tile to the stairs and all the floors are done with the life-proof flooring. For the front area, we added a little shoe closet and added a piece of wood over the original cup holder. So just like a lot of other people, we tried to really maximize the space up here. I thought I would use it for something different, but I just use it for plants. And then above Melvin's seat, we have the overhead storage, so we just use that for a bunch of little random stuff. For inside everywhere, we have about 8 dimmable puck lights. For the dinette area, we got a piece of like common board, butcher block or something like that for the seating area. Underneath both seats, we have a pull-out storage that we haven't even really used yet. We just have a lot of storage and not enough to fill it with. Melvin made this table on a French cleat system. So this table, we can remove the legs. We can lower this table and then use the cushions from our headboard and lay them right here and have a whole big couch area. For the bathroom area, I wanted tile, but obviously we couldn't do full tile. So we compromised with this PVC tile for the walls and then a real green tile for the floors. We ended up having extra cedar wood from the door and the outdoor table, so we stripped those, put the sealant over them, and then applied them to the ceiling. Underneath the cedar is a plastic vinyl sheet that we cut to size and then just sealed the edges. For the shower head, we got a Delta system. It lets you control if you're using hot water, cold water, the amount of pressure that's coming out, and it also has a hands-free shower head. Our toilet is a Seaflow toilet that we're using for now, and it's not our favorite, but we didn't want to spend a lot of money on a toilet we weren't sure we were gonna like. For the actual shower curtain, we just got a rod and a regular shower curtain. We didn't hear the greatest things about the other doors and stuff, so we just decided to save some money and do it like that. For our kitchen, I love it so much. The countertops are solid surface that we ordered from Home Depot. That was pretty much the only thing that we had custom made, and we did everything else ourselves. The stovetop is the Summit Appliance one. You guys already know the propane situation. We haven't been able to use it yet, but I can't wait until we can because it's gonna be so nice. So the tile that we got is Zia tile, I think in Casablanca. They're 4x4 inch squares, and I love the color variation mixture. I really kind of tried to play with the colors and have a lot of fun with this project. They've held up really well so far. We haven't had any cracks or anything. We used the recommended stuff for it, so I think they're here for the long haul. For our upper and lower cabinets, we have so much storage. I really like what we did, so we ended up just getting birch wood and then we got raw veneer. We applied it ourselves, glued it down, stained it, sealed it, did everything. It was definitely a lot of work, and we had to make sure that we even veneered and did all the edges to match. So it was a lot of work. I don't know if I would be in a hurry to do it again, but I really love how it turned out. For the hardware, we actually got a deal off of the Facebook Marketplace. Somebody was selling brass hardware, like he probably said like 2 dozen, but there actually ended up being like 40 or 50. And I just spray painted them, applied rub and buff, and then sealed them myself because I didn't want the really brass finish. It's just really nice, all the little touches that we did to really make it feel like our own. We have a brass water faucet that I ordered off of Etsy, and just to be 100% sure that our drinking water is really clean, we got an extra filtration system, and this one is just for like drinking and cooking. This one is still filtered, but this one just has a little bit more of a filter, a second stage filter. We got this sink from Wayfair. I think it's the perfect size, not too small, not too big, and it matches with the vibe, so of course. So over here we have this extra storage that we really like. It's kind of like a catch-all for everything that doesn't really have a home, And this countertop on top, I didn't think we would use it a lot, but it's actually really nice to have like an extra space just to put stuff sometimes. And then we have the under cabinet lighting and the one on the floor, which is really nice to use at nighttime. So during the day, sometimes we'll use the overhead lights, but we use these two majority of the time. It's a really nice soft light, so you don't have like harsh puck lights in your face. So we have upper and lower storage right here. We have a spot for our air fryer, and then we have the fridge with the kitty locks on it, of course, so it doesn't go flying open. Right next to that is our closet, which I really like. A lot of people kind of have mixed reviews on the hanging storage space, but I think it's super nice, and we each have 2 drawers there for all of our clothes. So here we have our little birdhouse. Just kidding. It's actually a little step for me for the bed because it's kind of hard for me to jump up there without it. So I just get on here and hop up. The bed we have back here is a full-size bed. It's more than enough space for the 2 of us, and at the end of the bed we have a little storage compartment for our dirty laundry, and that's been a nice little like laundry chute for us to have. Above me right here we have our Dometic AC. We obviously still have to add some trim, but just don't look at that. We used it a lot when we were building, and it was really nice. So we haven't really used this AC too much right now. Where we're at, it's not really that hot, and the fans that we have in the back and in the front and the max air fan above the kitchen is more than enough for airflow right now. Back above the bed we have our solar control system, so we can easily see what's going on with the solar. We had a few problems in the beginning of our trip, but they're all figured out now, so that's been really nice to have there somewhere pretty visible for us to look at. All of our curtains we have all throughout the bus. I cut them and sewed them myself. I had 0 sewing experience, but I kind of just figured it out thanks to YouTube. I got the fabric from Joann's, and then I lined the back with a blackout curtain liner, and that has helped, I feel like, tremendously with the heat. And lastly, this is our little pull-out mirror. It was the last addition to the bus, and that's everything. If you guys have any questions about our bus, let us know. Thank you for coming along, and if you want to see more, follow our Instagram at everchangingus.
Right here we have a propane water heater So right here we have a propane water heater from, I keep on saying prom. So right here we have a propane water heater from